About 100 years ago, this Swiss gentleman was traveling through Texas. Checked his trusty Rolex for the time, but it stopped. He spotted this old Texan sitting next to his horse and asked him the time. "Excuse me, mister, but my watch stopped. Would you happen to have the time?" The old-timer looked up at him and said,
"Sure, young feller."
Turned around, reached over, and grabbed his horse by the balls, lifted him up about 5 or 6 inches and stared intently at them, turned back to the Swiss traveler and said,
"3:15.
The Swiss traveler, bewildered, looked at the old traveler and said, "Thank you very much. Was ist das?" Turned the corner and found a general store. He looked inside and saw a clock on the wall. Sure enough, 3:15. Stunned, the Swiss returns back to his hotel and thinks to himself, "How does Amerikanisch tell time by holding these balls?" Following morning, he reset his Rolex and set the time. He went back to the same place and spotted the old-timer sitting next to his horse. He looked at the old Texan and said, "Entschuldigung, I'm so sorry to bother you again, but would you happen to have the correct time?"
"Sure, young feller."
Again, he reached over, slowly hoisted up his steed's nutsack, looked at them intently for a few seconds, and said, "It'll be almost 11:17. The Swiss traveler looked down at his Rolex and realized the old man's timekeeping skills were perfect. He looked at this Texan time management marvel and asked him, "Excuse me, mister, but I need to ask you, how do you just hold up the horse's balls and weigh them and know the correct time?" The old Texan just looked at him curiously, paused, and then answered,
"Well, alls I do is lift 'em up, look real careful like, and check the old clock tower over there, young fella."